We have the Page of Swords, so there's a lot of page energy coming through. So your person could be in a quite immature energy. Maybe there's still some healing or realizations they need to have. Page of Swords, it does look like they want to talk to you, though. Interesting. So I'm just going to get some tarot cards so that you know if this is your reading or not, and then we'll get some channeled messages from your person. I also chose, we'll see what's on, I also chose this deck before I started intuitively, which is the Journey. So you very well could resonate with counterparts. The card on the top of the deck that I just wanted to show you, this card, is movement. So there could be some forward movement after a delay in your person's energy. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see. We have Two of Swords, so very stuck energy. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Two of Swords. It's been stuck and it's been stagnant. It's really weird. All of a sudden, my left eye feels like, I feel like there's something stabbing me in my eye, so I don't know what that means. Irritation? I don't know. And we have the Six of Swords. So this person, you know, it could be they're going through a transition. It could be they're about to transition back into your life to move into calmer waters. This person could also be watching you move on without them, I'm hearing. So let's see. So we'll cut the deck. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Is this what's keeping your person stuck, is the question. Knight of Cups in reverse. Right away, I was hearing this person could have made promises that they couldn't keep. Knight of Cups in reverse. Avoiding, so this person could be someone who avoids emotional conflict, avoids facing their emotions. And it could also be someone who is full of a lot of heavy emotion right now over you. Knight of Cups is also about listening to your intuition. My throat. So your person could be having a hard time listening to their intuition right now. It does look like this person is thinking about you. So let's see what this is. So we're going to look at your energy first. Show me the viewer's energy. We have the Two of Swords. So things could feel very stagnant, very stuck. Side note, for some of you, you could be, let me just look at this. Something about online, perhaps online business. Interesting. You could be right now stuck in between two careers. You could be thinking about making a decision in your career. You could be stuck in between two life paths. So you could, you know, be looking at your day job versus what you actually want to do with your life. We do have the Six of Wands here. So it does feel like you're trying to make some sort of decision when it comes to your overall success. It could have to do with, I feel like my eye is like, I don't know what's going on here. Hang on. I had to pause it. I had to go take a closer look at what was going on with my eyeball. So maybe your person, you know, taking a look. Maybe they're watching you online with the Six of Wands. But anyway, back to you. You could be trying to choose, especially if you're a divine feminine, you could be being called to switch up what you're doing with your career. You could be being called toward, there goes the nose now. You could be dealing with a runner. First my eye was watering. Now my nose is starting to run. Anyway. It talks about a transitional period. Remember, we saw the Six of Swords. So you could be in a transition where you feel like you're in between two worlds. So you could be going through a job transition. You could feel like you could be in the transitional period between the ending of this connection and, you know, wanting a reconnection. And this talk, it's a signal to accept this period of uncertainty while keeping the faith that a better future will emerge. So you could be someone who is going through quite the battle with the Six of Wands between your heart and your ego. Your ego could be telling you one thing about this connection. Your ego could be telling you one thing about your job, where your intuition is telling you something different. And the Knight of Cups in reverse, you could be having a hard time trusting your intuition, is what I'm hearing. Anyway, let's keep going. That's you. We'll get one more for you. One more for you. You could have red hair. We have the Nine of Cups here, so you could be someone who is, battling with your ego versus your intuition with this Nine of Cups. You could be someone who's trying to focus on what brings you fulfillment, what your soul purpose is. Nine of Cups. You could be trying to, well, let's just look at it. You could be trying to find out what satisfies you in life, what makes you feel fulfilled. You could see this person as your wish fulfillment. You could be going after a dream with the Nine of Cups. It also says, listen to this. The Nine of Cups can indicate that you have successfully completed an important stage in life and can now, it says something about a holiday. So maybe you're taking a holiday, but it talks about moving forward. So you've completed a certain stage or an important stage, whether or not you know what that is. And we have Four of Cups in reverse here. What is this about? Four of Cups in reverse. This feels like It's interesting because I keep hearing career for you. This isn't a career reading, but you could be very focused on career right now. You could have taken your attention off this person and put it completely on yourself and on your career and on your soul path. We have clarity, awareness, acceptance, trying to choose happiness. You could be feeling a new surge of strength, trying to take advantage of new opportunities. Life gives you pleasure again after a long period of perhaps boredom or sadness, depression, and the career talks about new inspiration or creativity. So you could be feeling inspired to do something else. It also talks about realizations about your career and making adjustments. So you could be having realizations about your career, making adjustments in your career, even if you're not someone who's going after your sole purpose. Take it as it resonates. So we're going to look at, oh dear, we have the Strength card. So you definitely could, I keep hearing a test between your ego with that Two of Swords and the Nine of Cups and the Strength card. It's like going back and forth between battling your ego and trying to listen to. Your intuition and your ego can drown out the voice of your intuition. Your ego can be quite loud and persistent, whereas your intuition whispers. So it can be hard to hear your intuition if you're having, I'm seeing an ego test. So yeah, you could definitely be struggling with your ego. If this person rejected you in some type of way, you could be struggling with your confidence. You could be feeling rejected by this person, so that could have been testing your own confidence. So you could be working on your confidence. I just picked up this book in reverse again. You could be shifting timelines, bold career moves, strength, taking bold career moves. So you could be, trying to find the confidence to put yourself out there, even though you're afraid the public will reject you in some way, taking big steps in your career. And it talks about self-confidence, inner power. Getting the Strength card means that you are a patient individual. What's that like? Who is likely to accomplish anything you put your mind to? And I believe that. If you want to go after your dream, if you have the confidence and the willpower and strength to do it, you will achieve it. If you can do, seriously, I believe that. But yeah, let's keep going. So we're going to look at your person's energy. This Strength card can also, be symbolic of the fact that maybe you feel like you have an unbreakable bond with this person. I'm seeing the infinity symbol, a connection that cannot be destroyed nor recreated. And this could have been a connection that really tested your confidence, especially if this person rejected you. But let's look at your person's energy. Show me your person's energy. We've got Ace of Swords, clarity. Remember the Page of Swords, the person getting ready to take their shot. But there's been delays here. What Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Perhaps you needed to make adjustments in your career or in your soul path. Perhaps they did. Interesting, we have someone who's having clarity about commitment here. We've got the Ace of Swords. This is your person's energy, Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So this person could be someone who's been, working on themselves, investing time and energy into themselves, and maybe they're going through a breakthrough moment when it comes to this connection. That is symbolic of clarity and communication. We also have Justice here. So this person could have gone through some type of karmic lesson recently. Eight of Pentacles, you could be dealing with, I've been saying this a lot, but you could be dealing with someone who is like an entrepreneur. Eight of Pentacles is also renewal energy. So this person having a realization about the fact that they see commitment with you. We have clarity, breakthrough, vision, force, focus, truth. The Ace of Swords indicates a fresh start is coming, and that's your person's energy. So they're going through a fresh start or are about to. This is an excellent time to take initiative and decisive action. Your person, and I believe in mirroring. So if you're someone who's supposed to be taking decisive action and initiative towards your soul path, mirroring, this person is feeling called to do that towards you. Does that make sense? Blink twice. Facing problems honestly and wanting to communicate. So this is someone who's facing their problems in their life. Because remember, Wheel of Fortune talked about, in reverse, talked about external circumstances affecting this connection. So this person could be facing some of those problems right now, making adjustments. Interesting. Let's keep going. You came out right away. We have the Hermit. See? Becoming more self-aware, focusing on themselves. That is really interesting. Self-reflection, introspection brings clarity. Hermit energy, you could be dealing with a Virgo. I also saw Libra. All the fixed signs, which I should know that. I have a sign that I'm going to stick up where I can see it all the time, and I'm going to memorize all of that stuff. That's how I learned most of this. We have self-reflection, so they are in the energy of self-reflection. It's interesting because in career, The Hermit is contemplating next steps in career, searching for purpose, which is like coming out in your energy. I just find that interesting. That's a good example of mirroring, how mirroring works. So you could be going through something, completely different but very similar energies, whereas yours is about your career and your soul path, theirs is about you. Does that make sense? Pause in love life to introspect, becoming more self-understanding in love. Searching for self, and it talks about tapping into your inner voice. And remember, I said to you, you could be having a hard time hearing your inner voice because ego yells roar, and your intuition whispers. Your intuition is gentle and it whispers. I'm not even kidding. So I want to get, you have 3, so we'll get one more for them. Your person's energy with that Hermit card. We have the King of Cups. Wow. And the 2 of Cups. So it does look like they want to engage in a conversation with you with the 2 of Cups. Deepen this already existing connection that they feel with you. This is someone who is trying to tap into their intuition. So, if you're having a hard time hearing your intuition, it could be because your person is trying to tap into their intuition. Mirroring, using head and heart in love, compassionate but calming partner, balance between head and heart, devoted advisor, counselor. So for some of you, this person could be getting some counseling, some assistance with their healing, a reminder to remain level-headed and calm when faced with a conflict. So this is someone who's trying to remain level-headed and calm, where in the past maybe they were quite reactive. Take it as it resonates. So let's see. And again, 2 of Cups on the bottom. This person is in slow-moving energy, Knight of Pentacles. Sorry. So let's see, connecting energy. What are you? We've got the 4 of Wands, interesting, and 7 of Pentacles. Something is a-brewing. Something is stabilizing. Something is manifesting here into the 3D. It's just taking time, 7 of Pentacles. It hasn't happened yet. This 4 of Wands, I always mention that. Sometimes when I see the 4 of Wands, I see the wands separated. So 2 wands on this side, 2 wands on this side. And that can be very symbolic of both of you going through 2 of Wands energy. So thinking about your future. I'm hearing stabilizing because the 4 of Wands is stability, but stabilizing in your own energy, thinking about your future, making choices moving forward, making decisions, changing your approach, looking at your patterns, at your cycles. And when you both do this, it helps bring you back together, if that makes sense. What is happening here? This is connecting energy, Devil in reverse, and Temperance. What the hell? That's beautiful. So reevaluating your life, your decisions, where your life is going, thinking about the future. This is shared energy, both of you. And it's meant to stabilize this. It feels like the 2 of you are coming into alignment here with Temperance and the 4 of Wands. So we've got 2 major arcanas coming out for connecting energy, which is actually really good. Let's just look at Temperance so I can read it to you. So unhealth, Devil in reverse, like unhealthy things, being removed, toxic patterns, addictions, codependency. That's, healing all that. It's becoming more self-aware. Temperance, that's death. Temperance, balance, peace, patience, moderation, calm, tranquility. Temperance, a time to evaluate and re-examine the priorities you have chosen. And I was talking about how you could be examining your day job and thinking about your future. Is this actually what I want to do, or does my life? Do I have a higher purpose? And then your person doing the same, looking at the priorities they've chosen. Maybe they didn't prioritize love. Maybe they prioritized career over love. Slow and steady progress, so important. Slow and steady progress. Devil in reversed, independence, revelation, release, reclaiming power, reclaiming control. And I mentioned that you could be going through ego tests right now. Stay strong, my friend. Ending codependency, taking accountability, feeling empowered at your job or in your new career. Making changes that might initially seem painful, but the adjustments will pay off in the end by being able to find your true self again. You and your person shared. Energy, the Devil card in reverse, a moment when an individual becomes self-aware and breaks all of the chains that come with addictions and poor habits. So you could be, ending a codependent connection you have with this person, healing that codependency. You could be releasing negative patterns and addictions in your life. You could even be, trying to not release this person, entirely, as in, get out of here. I never want to see you again. But trying to release control over the situation and allowing divine timing. Excuse me. So let's see how I want to see how you're feeling about them. How are you feeling about this person? We've got the 6 of Swords. So Six of Swords, you know, you could, I'm seeing two sides to this. You could be, you know, wanting to reconnect with this person. You could also be, I keep hearing like back and forth between your ego and your intuition. You could also be wondering, is it time to move on? Like, is it time to leave them in the past? Because like I said, it feels like your ego might be at play here. Six of Swords, transition, change, and holding on to the past. Excuse me. Froggy in my throat. You could be going through a transformational period that involves shifts in your love life, career. It does talk about wanting to reconcile after. A fight, it also talks about moving on. So you could be someone who kind of goes back and forth. Do I want this person back? I think you do. I think you do want to reconcile with them, if I'm being honest. Let's get one more for how you're feeling about them. Maybe you're worrying that they've moved on without you. I don't think they have. Did you see the way that flipped? Maybe not. It happened just off camera. Oh my gosh, look at you. Queen of Cups and their King of Cups. That's counterpart energy. Look at that. I'm hearing the feminine leads the way, so I feel like you're leading the way here. But anyway, that's just my own opinion. Definitely you are. It's interesting because the King of Cups, that's their energy. Mirroring, listen to this, their energy is the King of Cups, using head and heart in love. And how you're feeling about them, your intuition says yes. But I feel like logically, your mind may say no. Because we have you over here thinking with your head and your heart, which again, mirroring. They are using their head and heart in love right now. And it looks like you are too with the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I do feel like maybe you feel like this person needs to take accountability, maybe bring you some truth. You could be feeling, I have the power to make my own reality and do what I want. That's your affirmation. Damn right you do. Damn right. Anyway, but what I was saying is you could be feeling like, you know, maybe this person is cold and detached with you and you are feeling like, you know, you want them to be more compassionate and open and loving with you. Take it as it resonates. It does look like intuitively you're guided towards this person, Queen of Cups. You could be someone who has worked on your self-love through this connection. You clearly still love this person, Two of Cups. When it flipped like that, I really thought it was going to flip into reverse, but it was still in the upright. I don't know if it was in the upright to begin with, but it was in the upright. So let's just look at it. This is how you're feeling about them. Come on. It, you know, wanting to engage in an open and heartfelt Queen of Cups conversation. King of Swords, sorry. That's what the Two of Cups means. Wanting to engage in an open and heartfelt conversation. Oh, with open communication. Special union, mutually beneficial relationship, working together as a team. Clearly you love this person. Clearly you feel a connection with them. Clearly you feel a close bond with them. Two of Cups, you could also feel like you are taking accountability for what's in your control, but you can't take accountability for this person's side of the street. So let's see how this person is feeling about you. How is this person feeling about you? Oh dear. Oh, we have the Empress. Very interesting. This person has a new perspective of you. We've got Hanged Man in reverse and the Empress. So they could be feeling very differently about you right now. Clearly, you know, they feel like no one compares to you. You're nurturing. You're warm. They could feel like you're not chasing them anymore because we have the Knight of Swords here as well, and it's in reverse. And Knight of Swords can be chaser energy, so they could be feeling, with the Empress and the Knight of Swords here, they could be feeling like you're no longer chasing them. You're no longer pursuing them. I'm seeing that image of a runner who's running, and then they stop on the bridge. I have a card that has this. They stop on the bridge, and they turn around, and they're like, wait a minute, my person isn't chasing me anymore. And it actually makes them stop running when they're no longer being chased. So this person, how they feel about you. Divine feminine, sensuality, fertility, nurturing, creativity, abundance, nature, nurturing, supportive lover, sensual relationship. Very, very interesting. And we have Hanged Man in reverse, new perspectives on love, changes in romantic life. So maybe they think that maybe they think that you're dating someone else. Maybe you are. Very interesting. We also have stagnation, which we saw that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So there could be like, maybe this has taken some time. Anyway, for how this person is feeling about you, we have pain, we have separation, we have loss, regret, remorse, Three of Swords. Like they are in pain. They are in pain being separated from you. And, you know, this person could have impulsively ran from you. They could have impulsively, I'm just looking at this Knight of Swords here in reverse. They could have impulsively said hurtful words. There could have been arguments. They could have impulsively, separated from you when they were feeling triggered. I actually want to look at this. I remember recently I looked up the Knight of Swords in reverse, and it kind of surprised me. Knight of Swords in reverse. This card is a sign that this person needs to reconnect with their inner voice. I need to sneeze now that that's done. Love actually could be symbolic. I just thought of the scene where she was like, just a second, and she went around the corner, and she's like, oh my God. And then she came back, and she's like, okay, now that that's done. I resonate with her. The Knight of Swords also, the Knight of Swords in reverse talks about someone scattering their energy in too many places. So this could be someone who's feeling like they were giving their energy to different things and not prioritizing this connection. Remember, Temperance talks about a need to reevaluate what you've been prioritizing. So this could be someone who does have a lot going on in their life right now, stopping them from coming forward, or did. So let's look at their intentions. Let's look at their intentions with you. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Nine of Swords in reverse, which is about alleviating stress by sharing with partner. I already know it. I'm going to look it up anyway. Nine of Swords in reverse. Recovery, facing life, finding help, shame, guilt, mental health issues. So your person could be having mental health issues. This is their intentions, though. Getting help from you, so their intentions are to come in and talk to you. And it says alleviating stress by sharing. Their intentions, clearly they have hope here. The Nine of Swords in reverse brings a message of hope, offering faith in a brighter future and promising better days ahead. The card offers relief from pain and suffering, providing a sense of comfort and healing, and these are their intentions. So it does feel like this person wants to provide comfort and healing. Remember the King of Cups that we saw? Interesting, getting help from partner, alleviating stress by sharing with you, by talking to you, by telling you. The regret that they have. Let's look at actions. I picked that one upside down too. Oh, I just noticed on the back of this book, it says, all wishes deserve to be real. That's beautiful. So let's see their next actions. What do we have? We have the Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands, public recognition. So it looks like their next actions are to invest in this connection. I'm going to get one more. But Ten of Pentacles is long-term investments. Interesting relationship milestones, family approval, cultivating deep bonds, their next action towards you, building memories. This card is a positive omen. That's really interesting. It talks about this person reaching a pinnacle in their journey, recently completing an important career or life milestone through hard work. So this person, could accomplish something and then they take action towards you. For actions, this could also be about blending families for some of you. Like if you both have kids, could be about meeting family. What action will this person take? We do have the Three of Pentacles here and we have the Moon. So it does feel like, let me look at that. It does feel like this person comes towards you, Three of Pentacles, wanting to get on the same page as you, wanting to find balance, wanting to compromise with you, wanting to reconnect with you. There's a lot of pentacles here. With the Moon, they may want to reveal something to you. Moon is also about intuition. So interesting. Very interesting. It feels like this person wants to bring you clarity about the uncertainty of the future of this connection. I feel like this is someone who maybe has accomplished something or learned some type of lesson. Three of Pentacles, again, wanting to cooperate, wanting to get on the same page. They could reach out through work. That's too many. Oh, I don't believe in accidents. Let me look at this. That is far too many, but I'll take them. I'll take them. I'll take them. I got to show you this. So on the bottom, we have King of Wands, which is about taking control of the situation, taking the reins of a situation. Very interesting. We also have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands right underneath, showing this person has evolved, has matured from that running energy. Remember I mentioned how I was seeing a runner on a bridge who was no longer running because you're not chasing them anymore. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Wands, which the Nine of Wands is about self-improvement. It is about like maybe this person has accomplished enough self-improvement to be able to come back in. The Nine of Wands is about hope and determination and perseverance. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, which talks about a confession. It talks about wanting to clear our conscience. So remember their intentions, wanting to alleviate stress by sharing, wanting to come clean with you, wanting to make amends for regrets they have. That is, the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm spitting as well. No longer running. And then the other two cards we have, again, they came out with a bang. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is clear perspective of love. It's freeing yourself from a self-imposed prison. So I feel like this person kind of put themselves in a self-imposed prison. it's coming out of separation. Why can't I find this page? Seven of Swords reversed. Confession, regret, truth revealed. If you've been living with something weighing on your heart, this card encourages you to come clean. That's there. Action towards you. Eight of Swords in reverse. Taking control. This is amazing, which is King of Wands. Taking control of a situation. Eight of Swords. Freeing yourself from limitations. Overcoming fears and worries. Clearer perspective of relationship. Taking a more active role in the connection. Eight of Swords in reverse. And then we've got the freaking Emperor. And they're seeing you as the Empress. So that's taking action right there. The Emperor. That's taking control of the situation. Again, the Eight of Swords, the way I always describe it, is it's a self-imposed prison. If you look carefully, that person is not actually trapped. They just think they're trapped. They imagine they're trapped. If you look at this card, you know, she feels trapped, but in reality, she's not trapped at all. Interesting. And it came out in reverse. So let's just see what this person wants to say to you. Oh, the sun. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. This person wants to bring you clarity. This person, you know, sees your light, sees your beauty, is what I'm hearing, sees your shine. This person could be watching you online. We've got the Six of Wands on the bottom. But this person, you know, has clarity about the situation. It feels like you helped them realize some things about themselves, especially with the moon and the sun coming out. We have the Emperor and the Empress coming out. We had the Four of Wands. I haven't seen the Lovers yet. Interesting. This person has clarity, is what I keep hearing. Message from your person, justice. Just wait for it. They're coming. Seven of Pentacles. You will be rewarded for your efforts. This person is saying, like, I don't think you should wait for anybody, but this person is saying, I'm coming. Seven of Pentacles. Like, Seven of Pentacles, you're about to get your manifestation. And, you know, justice, they know they need to make things right. They know they need to take accountability. This could be someone who learned some kind of karmic lesson as well. Union is coming. I just heard it. We have Seven of Pentacles. I was like, look underneath that Seven of Pentacles. What are we waiting for? What's manifesting? Four of Wands, union. It just, you know, there's been a delay. And don't let that delay make you feel like you're Delulu is what I'm hearing. Just because there's delay doesn't mean you're Delulu. It's the true truth. So yeah, maybe they know they messed up here with justice. You know, they know they owe you accountability. So I want to move away from tarot for a minute because I feel like I've been on tarot for quite some time and we're just going to get some of these journey cards. I'm just going to clean these up. All right, so let's get the journey cards. Interesting. So on the bottom of the deck, we have on the same frequency. So it could be that something that you're doing is allowing you and this person to align on the same frequency. I also see acceptance. So if you know, have tried to release this person, if you've stopped chasing them, I feel like it's brought them like more on the same level with you. I just keep seeing that image of the person stopping on the bridge, turning around like, where's my person? They're not chasing me anymore. We have a home, window to the soul, so eye contact could be very important. Green eyes, hazel eyes could be symbolic. So let's just see what's going on with your person. We're gonna look at your person. You could have been dealing with someone who was denying this connection. I don't know if they're denying it now. Maybe they're still struggling with that. They could have been denying their intuition. We have married, so for some of you, they could be married. Take it as it resonates. So let's see what's going on with your person. What is going on with your person? What is going on with your person? Ancient Egypt could be symbolic. All right, we have confusion. So, you know, if you're someone who keeps going back and forth between your ego and your intuition, your person is also feeling that. We have clearing and healing karma. Yay, I love it. So they are. Healing, they could be going through karmic lessons. We have finances, so they could be struggling with their finances or really focused on their finances right now. We have intimacy, intensity. So this could have been someone who had a hard time being intimate and vulnerable with you. They could find this connection with you very intense is what I'm hearing. We have divine feminine. That's interesting because we're doing your person's energy, so it feels like they are tapping into more of their divine feminine energy. So that causes the heart to open. That causes more gentleness, more compassion. It could also be, you know, I was hearing, when I held up that Queen of Cups, I heard the feminine leads the way. So you could very well be leading the way in this connection. Like I said, ancient Egypt could be symbolic. And we have distance. So clearly this person is feeling a physical distance or an emotional distance between the two of you. I see Mexico on there. I mean, that's the whole of the United States, I guess, zoomed out. United States and Canada could be symbolic. It doesn't have to be. Oh, I can see Oklahoma. That's like the only thing I can make out. That is the only thing. Charleston? That's interesting. That is really interesting. I can only, like, I don't know if you guys You guys can't really see that, but it is incredibly hard to see what's on here. Like, I can see. So I just thought I'd mention what popped out. Like, I can definitely make out Oklahoma and Charleston and like Gulf of Mexico, New Orleans. That's like all I can make out on this. Jamaica. Did I already mention Jamaica? That's honestly all that you can see on this. Everything else looks kind of fuzzy. And then on the Canada one, I can very clearly see Manitoba and Alberta, and that's it. How interesting. Like, I know I'm from Canada, so I know where these places are, but that is really interesting. Anyway, some of those places could be symbolic. Let's just get a few more. We have age gap, and we have 3, 2, 1, action. Names. So this person seeing your name everywhere, hearing your name everywhere, that's an actual thing that happens. I always tell you that. 3, 2, 1, action. So feeling the urge to make a move. That is really interesting. Feeling the pressure to make a move. And we have age gap. So let's see what the messages are. This is going to be good. I can already tell. So we're going to use love pop. Love pop. We have Pisces right away. Pisces, you could have challenged their perspective and made them question their whole belief system. Interesting. I'm going to shuffle it 2 more times. We have acquiring knowledge, open-minded, being more open-minded to the connection. Could be researching soul connections, like why do I feel this way, Google. Willingness to be open and understanding of the connection. Our connection is very intense and confusing. I'm trying to understand our undeniable bond. You were brought to me to teach me things, to bring awareness to my own existence. Bring awareness, that is really interesting because some of those cards were like awareness. 9 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse, Devil in reverse, Hanged Man in reverse. How interesting. And we have intuition, light bulb moments of realization, direct knowledge from source without rational thought, King of Cups, a deep knowing and understanding without evidence. It finally dawned on me why I feel so drawn to you and why our connection is so intense and scary. I'm starting to understand my fears and my overwhelming emotions towards you. All right. So today I'm going to split this deck in 2 because sometimes I feel like it's just too big to shuffle. So I'm just going to separate it and shuffle both halves. So what does this person, this Emperor, want to say to you? We have attached, glow up. So for some of you, this person could have been attached to another connection. We've got age difference, confirmation. We have breaking barriers. Interesting. So let's see what's going on here. We have attached, afraid of the unknown, karmic response, karmic ties and responsibilities, could be in a connection with someone else. Afraid of the unknown too, like they could be attached to control and controlling what they know. Anyway, for some of you, they could be connected to a karmic partner. I want to face my issues head on and work through things before I return. I know it's not easy, but I'm trying to be my best. Interesting. We have glow up. So you could be going through a glow up, which causes them to go through a glow up. Overcoming illness and negativity, feeling confident, being on the right path. That could be you. Connecting with others, positive vibes. I am working on myself every day. I hope to improve spiritually and emotionally to become a better person that deserves you. I am slowly moving forward in my life and hope to reunite with you one day. Slowly, slowly. We have tower moments, changes that are difficult but necessary for growth. Moments in life that push us to be better and do better because we deserve better. I feel my life is falling apart and being pulled apart. No matter what I try to build, things keep crumbling all around me. I wish you were here to help. You were the only solid thing in my life. And oh, I guess I'm holding that upside down. It goes that way. We have runner, afraid of doing the work, fears change in the unknown, afraid of intimacy, and unawakened. Doesn't feel worthy of your time and energy. I don't know what you want from me. I love you, but can't give you what you need. I don't have the time or capacity to understand our connection. It's best to leave it alone. We have victim mentality, so you could have been dealing with someone who played the victim, you know? I just can't. I'm feeling hopeless and helpless. There's nothing I can do. Life is what it is, and we just have to accept our circumstances. To me, this runner energy and this victim mentality feels like past energy. It does look like your person. We have breaking barriers. So, like I see that this person, and I saw it in the tarot, that they are breaking down some of those barriers, realizing the truth that you must push forward with the connection, removing obstacles that resulted in differences, so cultural differences, family situations, sexual orientation, age difference. There are so many barriers stopping us from being together. Remember the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, external, things affecting this connection. I'm trying my best to become a better person so that I can knock down the walls for you and eventually with you. And we have age difference, instant cosmic connection, similar upbringing or dating history, difference in age. I know there is a huge age gap between us, and some may even object because of that. However, we are so similar in many ways, regardless of our differences. So we'll get the next one. What does this person want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? This person could have went through a lot of tower moments without you. We have Sagittarius. Remember the Knight of Swords in reverse. I know Knight of Swords in reverse is not Sagittarius energy, but this reminds me of the Knight of Swords in reverse. I said a lot of things I should not have said. I said them out of anger and fear. Sometimes I say things without thinking. I'm sorry for hurting you with my words. Knight of Swords in reverse. But, you know, Sagittarius energy, so Sagittarius could be symbolic. We have tumultuous lives, gets in trouble in various ways, plagued by depression and addiction, unstable, childhood, very difficult time loving themselves and others. We have experienced many similar things in our lives. I always thought I was the only one to have these experiences. I take comfort in knowing that you truly understand me. A few of these cards talk about similarities in childhood. We have in separation, someone runs away, insecurities and attachment issues begin to appear, causing a rift in the relationship. And remember, current energy, those unhealthy attachment styles are being released. I'm taking a pause. I needed to separate myself from you in order to work on my mind and soul. This is only temporary, and I will find my way back to you. We have visionary, feeling hopeful and empowered, thinking positively moving forward, beginning to think about or planning the future with imagination. Very interesting, because remember, current energy, Four of Wands, I said you could both be in Two of Wands energy, you know, thinking about the future, envisioning a future. I finally see and understand everything. I'm feeling hopeful for the future. I am envisioning you back in my life while continuously working on myself, which means they're manifesting you, whether they know it or not. We have karmic partners, so there could have been a karmic partner. They could have been connected to a karmic. I know I am settling if I'm not with you, but I feel stuck because I am afraid of change. I'm used to what I have, even if it's not enough for me. I am working on feeling deserving of you. So I'm feeling called to get a couple more from each side, so we'll just get a couple more. What does this person want to say? Twin flame came out. Aries, I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. We have the twin flamey card. Purpose, to live life separately, learning lessons, possible reunion after becoming stronger and awakened, single soul split in half before reincarnating into two separate bodies. I recognize our connection was intense, and it still burns my soul. It's a connection that can never be broken, but it is one that must be balanced in order to move forward together. We have naughty thoughts. They're having naughty thoughts about you, sexually fantasizing about you, strong need to be physically near you, undeniable sexual desires. I can't help but want you physically, sexually, and mentally. You're all I think about when I am alone and lost in my thoughts. The thought of you drives me insane. And we have masquerading. Attempts to conceal their feelings and authentic intentions, feels powerless, may resort to. Lying to gain greater control over their environment. I am wearing a mask by appearing happy and serene in front of others. When I am alone, I think about you, and I realize I was my true, authentic self when I was with you. And we'll just shuffle this side of the deck one more time, and then I'll let you get out of here. We have watching you. Do you ever feel like somebody's watching you? Because this person is. We have fateful encounter on the bottom. You could have been dealing with someone who had a lot of priorities. I just saw juggling. I don't know where it went. So fateful encounter, impossible to avoid, big impact on future, questions your belief systems, important life-altering event. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. I'm hearing a song. I haven't heard a song in a reading. Today? Maybe I did. No, I did. I always hear songs in readings. What am I talking about? Oh, now I'm going to have to stop and look up the lyric. Hang on. It's called Say Hey in brackets by Michael Franti and Spearhead. I'm probably not getting that right, but I'm probably mispronouncing a lot. But one of the lines I was hearing in the song, I've already forgot it. Oh gosh darn it. You should listen to it. It's very catchy. It's very fun to dance to in your bathroom. Raises your vibration. But there's a line in it that talks about this fateful encounter card is reminding me of the line, and it talks about I'm not a metaphysical man, but I know when the stars are aligned, you can bump into a stranger in the middle of the road, something, and you suddenly know. So that song could be symbolic. Anyway, we have telepathic, random thoughts and intense feelings brought about by your twin. You notice patterns, images, or numbers in your day-to-day that remind you of your person. I already told you this person is going through that. I feel you through everything, the things I touch, the images I see, the voices I hear. We are connected throughout this universe, even if we are miles apart. confirmation. We have gluttonous gossip. Interesting. So gossip could be, this person could have spoke to people about this connection, and maybe, you know, people gave them their opinions about this connection, which kind of deterred your person a bit. However, that is like if there was just opinions about this connection. So like if they were married, if there's an age difference, if you work together, I'm an idiot. I spoke about our connection as if it was trivial. I didn't respect the sanctity of our connection. Instead of keeping things between me and you, I allowed others to interfere. And we have watching. Creates fake accounts to stay up to date. Pretends not to care, but becomes obsessive. Late. Night scrolling. Even if I'm gone, I'm still connected to you. I can't cut you off completely, but I am afraid to return. My only interaction with you is through your social media. I miss you. So I'm going to leave it here, my friends, but I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.